theory is describe the process by which information is selected, filtered, and controlled while moving from the sources to the public. It investigates how individuals or organizations determine what information will be disseminated and what will not. The theory is much researched in communication, journalism, and media studies.
The key elements of gatekeeping theory. Number one, gatekeepers. These are individual or organizations like journalists, editors, or media owners who control the flow of information by deciding what gets shared and what is withheld. Number two, criteria selection. Gatekeepers use specific criteria to choose which information will be published or broadcast. This includes factors like newsworthiness, relevance, audience, interest, and editorial judgment. Number three, channel of communication. The platforms or medium through which information flows, such as print media, television, radio, and digital platforms. Gatekeepers operate within this channel to control content distribution. Number four is audience. Gatekeeping isn't always a one-way process. Audience demand, feedback, and interaction can influence what gets passed through the gate, especially in modern digital media, where user engagement is critical. These elements combine to define how information is controlled, shared, and disseminated to the public.
The theory originated in the 1940s with Carl Levin, who applied it to small groups, suggesting that information passed through gates that determine what is shared. In 1915, White extended this idea to media, showing how news editors act as gatekeepers in deciding what news get published. Over time, scholars like Scrum and Rogers expanded gatekeeping to other media forms like television and radio, emphasizing its role in shaping public opinion. With the rise of digital media, gatekeeping evolved further. Algorithms on platforms like Google and Facebook become key gatekeepers, filtering content based on relevance and user preferences, leading to algorithmic gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping at the individual level involves personal decision on which information to consume, share, or ignore influenced by preference, biases, and external pressure. Due to limited cognitive capacity and time, people filter information often guided by factors like confirmation bias, personal priorities, and context. For instance, on social media, people engage with posts that align with their belief while ignoring those that don't. Similarly, in organization or work environments, individuals decide which detail to share based on relevance or sensitivity. This choice affects both their perception or reality and the flow of information within their social networks, highlighting the importance of being aware of personal biases in decision making.
In groups, gatekeeping is about how members collectively decide what information to prioritize or dismiss. Leader or influential member often filter and share information that they feel is most important. For example, a team leader might present only key updates to keep the group focused. However, group dynamics can lead to biased decision, especially if dominant voices control the flow of information. To prevent this, groups should promote open communication and encourage input from everyone. This ensures that diverse ideas are considered, improving the quality of decision making.
Gatekeeping in organization is a structured process where policies, rules, and systems regulate information flow. Internally, managers and leaders act as gatekeepers, deciding what information to share based on relevance, confidentiality, and its impact. For example, financial updates may be shared with executives but withheld from junior staff. Externally, organizations manage their image and stakeholder relationships through selective communication.
Public relations teams, for instance, craft statements during crisis to protect the organization's reputation while addressing concerns. In media, editorial teams decide which story to publish, balancing audience interests with organization priorities. However, gatekeeping poses challenge. Balancing transparency and confidentiality is difficult, and ethical missteps can erode trust. Organizations can enhance gatekeeping using technology such as data analytics to prioritize information. Still, they must address potential bias to ensure fair and objective decisions. In summary, effective gatekeeping balances strategic objectives, ethics, and trust to manage information flow responsibly.
Implication and best practice for gatekeeping. Effective gatekeeping ensures responsible communication at all levels. Number one, individual. Individuals should stay aware of personal bias and think critically when choosing and sharing information. Number two, group. Groups should promote open communication, include diverse perspectives, and use tools for transparency to avoid bias decision of group team. Number three, organization. Organization must balance transparency and confidentiality, build trust through ethical communication, and use technology carefully to avoid bias. It applies best practice, improve communication, decision making, and accountability in today's complex world.
Gatekeeping theory describes the process in which information is filtered and packaged by individuals, groups, and organizations, and how this impacts public discourse and decision making. Whereas traditionally, the major gatekeepers were journalists and news organizations. Today, social media, algorithms, and the user themselves are key players in the process. This democratization fosters diversity but simultaneously unleashes a Pandora box of misinformation and bias. All levels of gatekeeping carry ethical dimension, including transparency and inclusivity. It remains a guiding theory in comprehension and reinforcement of information flow in ever-changing media environments.